Happy weekend, everybody. Let's go over every game happened on Friday night, February 27th. Almost end of February. We're going to March. The first game is the Cavs. Well, this game went overtime. Lost to Detroit in overtime. And they still don't have Harden. They don't have Donovan Mitchell. They still kept it close. So that's what happens with well-coached teams. You can see it with OKC as well. You don't have your two best players. They still win games and they still make games competitive. Dennis Schroeder played 37 minutes. He's a great stream with Harden out. Played 37 minutes, 9 assists, 12. Not the best game. Had 8 turnovers as well. Craig Porter Jr. If Donovan and James Harden continue to be out, you could also stream him. He had 12 assists, 3 steals, and a block. Sam Morrow hit for 3. That's what he does. And Jared Allen is just different. Even without Harden, he had 25 points, played 31 minutes. So he's trending up. And Mobley had a big game with 4 blocks and 12 rebounds. So all the guys stepped up, played really well. And Jalen Tyson had 40 minutes. Of course, another guy that you could be streaming. For Detroit, Jalen Duren, great, 33 points and 16 rebounds. Added a steal and 3 blocks. He's been balling this week. But next year, he's the 19th ranked player in the last year. Next year, I wouldn't. It's not a guy I'm going to draft in the 3rd round. When it comes to late 4th, maybe. Just because he just does not give you a lot of blocks. That's the main thing. In the last month, he's the 19th ranked player despite only giving you 0.5 blocks. Why? Because he's shooting 64% and getting 11.5 rebounds and doesn't really turn the ball over. So most of his values are coming from rebound and field goal and lack of turnovers. At least that's the last month. He's not the greatest free throw shooter either. Hit absolutely no threes, not a lot of steals, and not a lot of blocks. So if you draft that guy in the 3rd or 4th round, you're kind of really limiting yourself unless you have a really specific build, like you pounding threes, you pounding free throws, you're going for big man stats. But in that case, you want to win blocks, and he doesn't give you a lot of blocks and steals either. So it's just hard to build a team around these type of players. Kate Cunningham, great, 25 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, and happy with that. And All-Star Thompson, very well run in the game as well. 8 rebounds, 5 assists with 2 steals and a block. But his efficiency from the free throw line is just like his brother. Maybe it will improve as their career. He's only shooting 55% in the last month on very low attempts, but 60th ranked player, that's also pretty good. Moving on to the next game, we have the Brooklyn Nets got destroyed by the Celtics. I am really surprised they're still playing Michael Porter Jr. a lot of minutes, so that's fine. If you own him, great. I'm just surprised. He would have played 30 minutes if it wasn't for the blowout. So 2 threes, 2 steals, 18 points. He's cooling off just a little bit compared to, I think there was a month he was averaging over 30. Noah Clowney had 2 threes, 10 points. We could have him. We can also have Nolan, the point guard. He's been getting a lot of minutes, 7 assists and 3 steals is not bad at all, right? You might be worried about his efficiency a little bit, but he's getting, most nights, he's getting over 30 minutes and he's getting usage as well. Claxton had 12. Yeah, I'm also surprised they're giving him a lot of minutes. He hasn't really set out a lot of games either. But, this team is, they're rebuilding. For the Celtics, they scored 148 points. And now they have they have Vucevic off the bench. And, of course, he can do a lot of damage. In 25 minutes at 28 points. I said he's droppable. I still think that's the case. Like, most of the time, he's just not going to get, like, even this game, he only got 25 minutes. 20 to 25 minutes of Vucevic, I don't think it makes him a must roster. In a lot of matchups, he's probably just not going to do much, but he had a great game here versus the Nets. Derrick White, 12 points, 7 assists, and still 2 blocks. Happy with that. Jalen Brown, pretty easy work for him tonight. 28 points, 9 assists. Just had everything going. And Peyton Pritchard also played just 8 minutes off the bench at 22 points and 4 threes. Just could not miss a shot, Celtics. They shot 64%. That's got to be a record this year. 65% from 3 is insane. The next game is the New York Knicks. They beat the Bucks 127-198. They did what they're supposed to do. Cat, 13 rebounds, 17 points. Cat's usage this year has been has just been very, very. He's averaging the least amount of points since his rookie year, I'm pretty sure. So, the Knicks are winning games. That's fine. Cat is giving you a lot of efficiency and rebound. Sure, like his scoring average dipped like 3 points. Um, yeah, but overall, I think if you drafted in the end of first, early second, you didn't really get. It's not the greatest pick. It's not as bad as Devin Booker, but he's a 31st round player. On the bright side, at least he's playing. You know, last month, 31st ranked player, still averaging 12 rebounds and 53% from the field. It's just the scoring average is dipping quite a bit, and he's really not blocking a lot of shots in the last month as well. Jalen Brunson, 27 points, 4 threes, 3 assists is okay. And Mikal Bridges and OG, they kind of just alternating on who goes off. Mikal Bridges has not been good since the hot start, and OG has really picked it up as of late, 24 points again. And Josh Hart, does what he does, just a bit of everything, just a little bit of everything. For the Bucks, Kevin Porter Jr. is still playing well, right? In 27 minutes, had 11 points, 10 assists, and 6 rebounds. Happy with his production. Ryan Rollins also had a somewhat quiet game, but these two guys they're gonna have a huge finish. Miles Turner had a block. They're still playing him, which I'm a little bit surprised, but Jericho seems is somebody I like. If Miles Turner end up missing games, Jericho seems, I think, kind of become a must roster. Kyle Kuzma hit 4 threes, 17 points, and AJ hit 2 threes. Everybody just, kind of doing what they're supposed to do. Bobby Portis, though, just 17 minutes off the bench. I think right now he's just a streamer, and same thing with Ken Thomas if you need points. And that's the only situation really he could be useful for your team. Moving on to the next one, the Grizzlies beat the Mavericks 124-105. The Grizzlies, you just don't know who is going to go off and who's going to play how many minutes. Ty Jerome was out, so Scottie Pippen and Cam Spencer, they shared the backcourt, both had a great game. Scottie Pippen had 3 steals and a block, 15 points, which is why, these guys, if there's a back-to-back for the Grizzlies, you want to stream Scottie Pippen, you want to stream Cam Spencer, because you never know, one of those games, they're going to go off. Cam Spencer kind of did, 25 points and 4 threes. But, of course, it's versus the Mavericks, who really had nothing to play for. Javon Small started as well. We could also stream him. G.G. Jackson Jr. just 12 points. And Olivia Prosper had played 25. I like him, honestly, the most because they got to play him 25 minutes because they don't really have a lot of backup centers. I mean, they play someone, but, yeah, it's... he's 10 rebound, 3 steals in a block here is pretty good here. So I like him. If he's on the waiver wire, I'll pick him up and just who is out for the Grizzlies? I guess Santi Aldama. I don't know if he's even coming back anytime soon. For the Mavericks, they're kind of in the same situation. Daniel Gafford, if he's playing, if he's healthy, you need defensive stats. Especially blocks, you could stream him. Otherwise, it doesn't really have a lot of value, to be honest, because they're not playing him huge minutes. That's the biggest problem. Brandon Williams been getting good minutes. We could stream him. They started playing Tyus Jones, Miles Kelly, AJ Johnson. I don't really know some of these guys, but yeah, another team just started tanking. I think right now is officially silly season. So I think we got to be a little bit ruthless, especially in the playoffs. If a guy like a Lauren Markkanen, he's just going to be out for 2 weeks and you don't have IR spot, you got to drop him and pick up guys. Because you might find a top 20 player who just, out of nowhere start getting 30 minutes. And then you try to catch the wave. Chris Middleton is an example. He only played 19 minutes, but the last couple games he's been playing 30, right? He could be a top 30 player in 1 week. Najee Marshall also, didn't really do much because of also a blowout. Also might be a back-to-back too. The last game of the night is a heavyweight fight. Arguably the two best teams that have the best odds to win the chip. Denver lost 121-127, but the fact that they kept it close and Jokic didn't even shoot the ball that well, right? This game went overtime. It's telling. Jokic really struggled here. I think coming back from his injury, his field goal has been down, but of course, you look at 17 rebound, 14 assists. It's like, come on. But if we had to nitpick, he kind of struggled a couple of games, which you don't really see a lot beginning of the season. Jamal Murray had 39 points. He had a big one, 7 threes. Jamal Murray has been amazing this year. Jamal Murray is 18th ranked player, and he's kind of in that range this whole year. One big thing for him is like he's averaging 7-8 assists, and then he's also scoring a bunch in the regular season, so that's good, great. Cameron Johnson only takes 7 shots in 40 minutes. I think maybe they, to get him going, I think maybe Jokic and Jamal Murray, they gotta look for him a little bit more. Get him going. Try to see get him going in the first quarter or something, because he's a great shooter. Christian Brown, decent game, 23 points, 3 threes, still and 2 blocks, and Tim Hardaway Jr. He does what he does, hit 4 threes and 16 points is not bad. For OKC, okay. So Shea struggled here, 12 for 29, and he didn't even play the overtime. So 36 points, 9 assists, 2-0, great game by Shea, but he didn't have the, efficiency-wise, he didn't have the best game. So who really stepped up? Chet Holmgren, 21 rebounds, 1 steal and 3 blocks. This is a big game from him, right? He didn't really focus on offense, right? Alex Caruso hit a couple big threes. Collectively, the bench guys shot the three really well. Isaiah Joe, Jalen Williams, Jerry McCain, all these guys. It's just the starters. They struggle quite a bit shooting the ball. But, it doesn't matter. They got the win. And they got so many defensive stats, 14 steals and 10 blocks, right? Their defense is still hounding Denver, creating a lot of turnovers. That's how really they get a lot of easy points, is they turn defense into offense and get a lot of easy looks. That's one of the things. Like, if you're not turning the ball over and in the playoffs you really slow it down, OKC is going to struggle a lot offensively at half court. So, yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.